Hello to all of you, my lovely students in the 8th grade. How are you today? Welcome back to my English lessons. It's me, your English teacher, Iman Al-Jafari at Al Farouk Academy.
In our lesson today, we are going to start with some activities that you have in your student book, page 21, word focus. In these activities, you are going to investigate how adjectives are set out in a dictionary, to compare between things using comparative and superlative adjectives, and you are going to practice spelling words with OI or OY. The first step in our lesson today, I am going to remind you how can we compare between things. We have this picture and we have three girls, A, B, and C. If I ask you to make any sentence about these three girls, who can give me a sentence? Excellent. So A is a short girl. Another sentence. Excellent. We can see B is shorter than A. B أقصر من A. What about C? C is excellent. C is the shortest one. إذا لما نحكي B is shorter than A عمالي أنا بقارن بين شيئين A and B. عشان هيك حطينا comparative form اللي هي shorter than. هلا لما دخلت C معاهم صار في عندي مجموعة. فلما بنقارن يمس واحد مع مجموعة نحكي C is the shortest one. Here we use the superlative rules. Okay? يعني هون استخدمنا قواعد التفضيل فحكينا C هي الأقصر. And here I have the most important rules that you are going to follow when you compare between things using adjectives. For example, we have the adjective tall. Suppose I am going to compare between Ali and Ahmed, so we can say, excellent, Ali is taller than Ahmed. What about Ali and students in the class? We can say, Ali is the tallest one in the class. So here we have the comparative form, two things, superlative form when you compare one thing with a group. Interesting, we have, it is a long adjective, so you are going to use excellent. In the comparative form, you are going to use more interesting than. Arabic is more interesting than English, okay? The superlative form, we can say English is the most interesting subject. هون قارنا الإنجليش مع كل المواد فحكينا it is the most interesting subject. So the superlative form will be the most interesting. We have big. It is a short adjective and it is preceded by a vowel. يعني هي سبقت بحرف علة. So you are going to double G. The letter G we have double GY because if the last letter preceded by a vowel, you are going to double the final letter. So bigger than and the superlative form, the biggest. What about happy? We have an adjective that ends in Y. هلا في حالة للصفات اللي هي بتنتهي في Y وهون كتير كتابك ركز على هاي الحالة يا تامن. So you are going to change Y into I. Happier than or the happiest. What about small? Smaller than the smallest. Expensive, it is a long adjective. Excellent, more expensive than the most expensive. What about thin? It is an adjective that is preceded by excellent, a vowel, so thinner than, double M, and the thinnest. Short, shorter than, the shortest. What about exciting? It is more than one syllable, so it is a long adjective, more exciting than, and the most exciting. Fat, fatter than, and the fattest. Notice here we have, excellent, we have the last letter was preceded by A. It is a vowel, so you are going to double the last letter, which is T. We have double T. Here we have some irregular adjectives that don't follow the rules when you are going to use them in the comparative and superlative forms. هون في عندك صفات شاذة لازم تحفظها حفظ يا تامن اللي هي good, bad and far. Notice here, good, to compare between things, we say better than. For example, John is better than Ali. The best, when we say he is the best one in the class. So, good, better than, the best. What about bad? Worse than, the worst, excellent. Far, further than, the furthest. وهون notice يا تامن إنه ممكن تستخدمها برضو further than, the farthest. يعني ممكن يا مس تخليها بالA أو بالU. So, the most important rules that you are going to follow again when you have one syllable adjective, يعني short adjective like nice, hot, cold, you are going to add ER in the comparative form plus than, and you are going to add EST in the superlative form. If the adjective is preceded by a vowel like hot, انظر إلى hot يا تامن. هلا you are going to use double letter. We use double T, hotter, and the hottest. Adjective ending in Y, like ugly, pretty, happy, you are going to change Y into I, then you are going to use than. For example, uglier than, happier than. Two or more syllables. يعني يا مس إذا كان عندك صفة بتتكون من مقطعين أو أكثر. يعني long adjective like beautiful, intelligent, interesting, you are going to use more in the comparative form and the most in the superlative form. The last rule in our lesson today is spelling words with OY and OI. These two letters, OI and OY, are pronounced like OI. For example, when we say spoil, enjoy. Sometimes students cannot guess when do we use OI and OY. So here I have the rules. OI is usually used in the middle of a word. إذا جاء الفراغ في وسط الكلمة like spoil بدك تحطها OI. OY is usually used at the end of a word. إذا جاء لفظ الأوي في نهاية الكلمة على طول حطها OY لأنها في نهاية الكلمة دائما نحطها OY. Enjoy, toy. OY is used in the middle of a word when it is followed by a vowel. في حالة يا مس ممكن نحط فيها الOY في وسط الكلمة إذا تبعها حرف علة. Like royal. Here I have some examples. Look at these examples. We have toy. إجا الفراغ في نهاية الكلمة فبتحطها على طول OY. join هنا يمس الفراغ في وسط الكلمة فعشان هيك بدنا نحطها OI. royal إجا الفراغ في وسط الكلمة لكن انتبه إنه تبعه حرف علة عشان هيك حطيناها OY. avoid الفراغ في وسط الكلمة so we put OI, and the last word loyal like royal. We have OI and it is followed by a vowel, so we put OY. Okay? Okay, my lovely students, I will stop here today. Please do the first and second activity from your student book page 21. Thank you very much.